Go.
Are we good?
Yeah, go. I said go.
This is Sean Kaz, and I am in the Metro parking lot, but we are at the Time of Laugh Comedy Club, and I'm with
Fresh Kills.
Uncle Fester,
The Extremities.
How are you guys doing?
Great, man. Great.
Yeah, just chilling, you know, like almost 2 weeks into tour now, so you know we're on the road, we're moving and feeling good, you know.
How's the tour going? I know I asked you earlier, but how's the tour going?
Tour's been great, man. We had the hurricane kind of held up our first show, but the Jazz Fest moved us, got us a great slot later in the week, and other than that, everything's been great, man. And it's funny because we were a couple shows we were worried about turned out awesome, and everything else has been great, man. We have a great crew this time with Mike Kiltron and our sax player being with us, and it's been great, man.
Yeah, it's been really dope, man. You know, we toured with a band called Three Sheet Out East, and that was really dope. And our boy Ambition, who rhymes as well, from out in Halifax, and met up with the Notes to Self boys in Ottawa last night. You know, and we're all, you know, we're just instant friends, and you know, we're all like minds, and we're having a blast already. So it's been real good.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's cool. What's your craziest story so far on this tour?
It's the craziest tour story. I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, you know what's funny? Like, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
In years past, there would always be individual stories. Like last year, we had a bad incident in Montreal where our tour van was broken into. A lot of people who know us may know that. And we had some bad incidences. And, you know, there's always wild stories on tour. But for us, I think the story of the tour, and we talk about it every day because it keeps happening, is that all these things from our past keep coming up at us in this tour. Like, there's a lot of serendipitous moments, if you can, you know, if I could use a cliche term. You know, like in Ottawa last night, there was these kids who opened for us who were at a show in small town Bathurst, New Brunswick.
In 2000.
In 2000.
Like something like 2000.
The first time we ever toured, period, music.
Was 6'2".
Was 6'2" with Thesis Sahib. And these kids came up to us and they were like, you know, you guys are the reason that we do this. So that just blew our minds, right? Like,
that's crazy.
So to have those type of things, like we've been having a lot of things come full circle like that on us on the tour. So that's kind of been like the story for us. Like we, you know, there's a couple interesting incidents throughout the tour, but for us, it's been like all this past keeps coming back at us in this tour, and it's been like a kind of a trip for us.
It just feels right.
Yeah.
Inspiring people.
Yeah, you know.
That's the wildest thing.
And it's inspiring us, like in return, like straight up, like to hear like Alex and the boys last night come out and say that to us and say, yo, we were at the show in small town New Brunswick, and you know, like it, you know, it gives us inspiration and at the same time.
And
right?
they killed it. I mean, it was a great show last night in Ottawa too. Philly Moves was out, and so
it was a good time.
It feels right when those things happen.
What cities have you hit so far?
Halifax, Moncton, Fredericton, St. John, Montreal,
Ottawa, and then Kingston tonight, and then we're off to Guelph, Bayfield, and then we have 3 dates in Toronto at the Beaches Jazz Fest, and then we're going to go hang with the boys on Saturday at the DMC contest in Toronto, and Notes to Self are performing at that.
Another kind of serendipitous event that happens to be on the last date of our tour. I'm pretty sure Dopey's judging, and I got a bunch of homies in the race, and so I mean we're just going to have some drinks and hang out. And it'll be a great way to close the tour.
Yeah.
And you're from Halifax?
Yeah, from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
You're from Toronto.
That's right. Yeah.
How did you guys originally meet?
I moved in next door to him in university,
Halifax,
which was crazy, first year, and so that was '99, and we've been in the studio almost ever since, really. And so it was funny because we did work on so many different records, DJing, producing, engineering, everything, and then '08 we had an opportunity to do a record together, and things kind of galvanized, and we're going to be the Extremities, and this is what we're going to do, and that's been history since then. So
yeah. I mean, Kills lived in Halifax for a while, and it's funny now because we have been in the 2 cities for so long, and we both travel so much. And Kills has lived in Halifax, and I've spent there was like a couple years in a row where I was spending 2 or 3 months out of the year just in Toronto, just because I was there so much. And people just don't people in Toronto think he lives in Halifax, and people in Halifax think I live in Toronto.
Yeah.
So it works to it's an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time. But there's one thing that we've learned over the years is that when people from your hometown see you go away, when you come back, the reception is much different.
Yeah.
And that's been a real positive thing for both of us, you know.
Definitely.
I see you're in Europe.
Yeah. Europe was great. I went over there with Matt Dukes out of Buffalo, New York, who I did a great record with. Fess and I both worked really hard on that, and their label, DTR, has been doing a lot of bookings for me. I signed with them actually as an official booking agent this past year. And Europe was wild because, it's like they just have an appreciation of more, maybe I'd like to say more so than here. And there was some anticipation for us going over there, which was great. And I've been there, but it was nice to kind of go over there when foundation was more laid and things were more organized. And I'm really excited now because I've been on the road a lot in the States, and Fess and I now we did a short run in the States last August, and looking at doing another run in the States in October. A3C in Atlanta we're doing, and Europe has opened up for us, and with the new record, Instruments, which we're pushing now, just more doors are opening, and we're really looking forward to a good year. Not just here, but the States run is going to be good, and we're going to be talking about Europe in the spring.
Yeah.
And the sky's the limit. It's funny, you go over to Europe and it's just, you kind of get it. It's almost like a B12 shot. It's really inspiring, and the fans are great there. The reception's great, and they're really in tune with what we're doing, which is refreshing, because sometimes you hit and you miss sometimes, and it's just nice to have a reception like that.
How was the U.S. dates for you?
Oh man, they were great. I mean, like Kills said, Kills has had a chance to go, and because his profile with his solo MPC videos got so big, Kills was able to travel into the States and lay a lot of groundwork for us, And then also we did our last two albums did really well in the college charts in the States, and opened up some markets for us. Like St. Louis is a very strong one for us, and Missoula, Montana, and different places like that our record caught on. We had some traction, and Kills had laid some groundwork, and the networking of it done. So I was really blessed to be able to go down there and sort of like come into that situation, a little bit after those paths had been laid. So we had a blast in the States, and met all the homies that he made the first time around, our extended family down there, and this, in October we're going to be doing a much bigger run than we did last August.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hit the road hard in the States, and it's just a lot easier in terms of the travel in the States. It's the big difference I noticed. Canada, the drives are a lot longer, especially out east. We're going out to the prairies, or through Ontario to Thunder Bay, or out to the Rockies. That's so much more driving than in the States.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit of a different game in the States in terms of how you can route your tours and how you travel and stuff. And it's just an untapped market for us right now, so we're really excited. Plus, the record digging in the States is crazy, and we're record heads, so
It's also been fun too, because it's sort of taken us a little bit longer to sort of dig into the States in terms of that, and we're so ready now. It's funny, even 5 years ago, I don't think the impact would have been what it has been. We did a show in Cleveland, and it was so funny. We came in, it was a Cleveland to Buffalo battle, and we kind of took part, and they didn't really know what to expect. And if you haven't seen what we do, and you're seeing it for the first time, I mean, it's really high impact, right? It's really high energy, and we're so polished now that it's nice to kind of. It's funny that it took so long for us to kind of do it on the one hand, but on the other hand, now we're so ready that it's so exciting to do, because we're now so polished in terms of and solid in what we're doing, and confident about our material, and so it makes everything it's just exciting to do. In October, I mean, we're gonna smash in October. I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, new album.
oh god.
Tell me about it.
Well, our albums are really our babies. That's kind of a weird, cliched. I mean, maybe even an obvious statement for an artist to make, but this is our fourth record now, our third
Yeah.
official album, and we also had the Refresh remix record last year. But we really consider this the official follow-up to our Mint Condition record, which is, I think both of us consider the Mint Condition the strongest work we've put out to date.
Yeah.
And Instruments, we really feel, is the real follow-up to that, and we're really proud of everything that's on that record.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to bring our team together. But Ghetto Socks is a major part of our team, and he runs the Drop in Science label, which we rep hard now, and we're a part of. And he does all our visuals and our artwork, and we really feel like the arc of our records and our visuals and all that is really starting to grow and become its own thing now. And we're just, this record really feels like a step forward for us in our production, and there's a lot of intricate things on the record that we're really proud of. And people may not be ready for this, but we're going to be ready with another record of the same size within a year, probably.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of material that didn't make this record that's strong enough to make an A record. It's not B material. So people can expect something the same caliber of Instruments in the next 12 months as well. But Instruments was a big thing for us because it also brought us closer together with our sax player, who's been doing horn arrangements for us and now is traveling with us on the regular. We're more of a writing unit, the three of us now, than we ever were before.
Mm-hmm.
So we feel really strongly about this record, and Kills pretty much almost died mixing it. He put so much time and effort into that thing.
The final couple of weeks were crazy, and the thing is too is like, yeah, it's a follow-up to the record. You know, you're going to hear instrumental stuff. We feel really strongly in doing instrumental music. Like, that's something we've always been a fan of, and obviously being a DJ and a producer, that's what we think. So you're going to hear that stuff, and you're also going to hear the great collabs that we've been fortunate enough, you know, working with Percy P on this record, amazing. Obviously Ghetto Socks. Rex out of Boston, huge, and he's just been great with us. Like, when I was in Boston, he really rolled the red carpet out for me when I was there. And
also,
you know,
Tona from Toronto.
Tona from Toronto,
who just
can't say enough.
Yeah, you know, he's
signed
not,
to MOP's label.
Yeah, and Tona's been really holding us down, and he murdered his verse, and has been mad supportive of what we're doing. So, you know, we've been really lucky that when we work with MCs on projects, it's people that we network with and we build a relationship with. You know, build a real creative relationship. You know, and Kills and I have never been into the
just getting verses
for things. You know? We want to talk to the people. We want to collaborate with them. We want them to be happy with what we're doing, and then we want them to hear what we do after it's done too. You know, and be a part of that. And you can't do that unless you build a relationship with somebody. So that's a really important aspect. You know, like, we've worked with MCs and maybe some bigger names that may not have made some of our projects or may make projects in the future and things like that. But the stuff we put out is stuff that we've really built a relationship with. You know, so and that's really important for us. So. We've been really blessed to have these artists on our record and have them support us in turn. You know?
I maybe talk about the live routines a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell me about your life.
Sure. Obviously, you know, the Fresh Kills beat stuff, routine stuff has been doing really well, and you know, Fess and I, again, like, the live thing has been so important to us. Just from the very beginning. I mean, even right, literally within months of us meeting each other, he was spinning records and I was playing guitar, and we were playing show. Like, that literally was, we were doing live hip hop stuff from the beginning.
Yeah, like back in 2000.
Yeah.
When we first met. And it's always been kind of in the back of our mind to move to this, but we just never really had the know-how or the expertise to be able to do it. And over time, we've been able to evolve. And these routines are really kind of the sort of the culmination of all that. And also, you know, Kills is so visual with his MPC routines that we really feel that we can capitalize on that and step out on the same level now. Because the stuff we're doing is equally as interesting and technical and visually impressive, right? So, you know, we just released we did the Deltron routine that's out and the Check Your Lead. We also have a new one that's about to drop, I don't know what, in about a week and a half?
About a week and a half or so.
And then we have about 4 others in the can, and we're going to start recording more. So you're going to see a continual stream of live routine videos from us, probably for the next year, actually. So we're really going to try to step up our visual game and bring people these things, like, really often, you know, so we're always out there giving people something new and, you know, adding to our live routine repertoire.
And it gives everybody, like, a window into what we're doing live, which again is something that we've always just felt so strongly with. And it's hard on record to kind of to do that sometimes. You know, it's like, we like making hip hop records. We like, you know, obviously the studio is one medium, the record is one medium, but the live thing is something else. And it was really great to be able to make, you know, have that be part of the record, be part of pushing the record. So
yeah, your live show is crazy. First time, we'll see second. First time to hear the mansion.
Yeah.
We were all just like, damn.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do, because, you know, a lot live hip hop can be kind of boring sometimes. It kind of becomes karaoke sometimes. There's not always even a DJ there, or there's not even sometimes backup people or singers or whatever. And again, you know, this tour, making sure that Anthony is now our sax player and arranger is now part of the crew is important. And we're on tour with Maya Kiltron, who's an incredible singer. And again, it was nice to be able, because, you know, we always go to MCs. You know, we're hip hop heads, so we work with so many MCs, and that's obviously a go-to for us. But this tour was great to be able to bring in Maya and bring in a singer. And again, you know, we worked with singers before. Caleb Simmons, Look My Way, and we want to make that part of what we do. And so again, it's great to be able to do that, and just continue to keep the live, make it, you know, make the show interesting, make people want to come out and be a part of it and see it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
The last question we usually ask is, if someone going through a hard time or struggle, what would you say?
Great question.
Man, you know, the only...
Maintain. I would say persevere.
Yeah.
Because the shit'll happen, but time heals a lot of things, and I know for us, I know for me, I know for Fester, we're winning the war of attrition, we like to say. You know, we've been around long enough, we've survived long enough that success has come in, you know, it's come in smaller increments. It's not like we're blowing up. We're doing top 40 records, but we've won the war of attrition. We've become part of a community, a Canadian scene, and a worldwide scene in a lot of ways and that has only come through just consistency. You know, like we've had failures. You know, we've attempted to do things that haven't worked, and that's always going to happen. You know, and you got to be willing to do those things and fail at them and lose money. I mean, we've lost money. Everything you can think of has happened. We've been together for so long. Yeah. But I think perseverance is really just the key to everything, man.
Yeah, and if we're talking about people who are going through hard times and struggling, we're talking about musicians who are trying to make it, or maybe, you know, they've lost their way or they lost their faith or something like that. I would just say, you know, like, everyone gets into music initially because it's in their heart. You know, or most people, you know, there's this drive. You hear it and you get this feeling, you get this antsy feeling like, I have to be a part of this, you know? I have to be a part of this, I have to be doing this. And I think that some people get bogged down and they get discouraged because they feel like, you know, maybe I'm not making any progress. How do people hear my stuff? And some people don't know about the proper channels to, you know, send your records out to radio, or to get involved with the grant system in Canada, or to network with other artists and book shows, you know. And for me, it's when I see artists who are struggling, I just try to tell them to just find that place, that excitement that they originally had. Because if you don't lose that, and like you said, you persevere, eventually people are going to gravitate towards what you're doing. Because if you stick with it, even if you have no musical ability at the beginning, if you stick with it for 10 years and you're passionate, you're probably going to be pretty good at the end of those 10 years, you know? So if people hold on to that love, I think that that's really, really an important thing, because that's what's kept him and I in this, you know? Like, if we didn't love what we do, and every time we get together, because we live in different cities, and we start making music together, and we're like, holy shit, this is so great. And I mean, that's kind of the advantage of Kills Nights, that we've been separate. And when we come together for these periods of making music, it's really exciting, and it drives us. So just people need to, you know, artists are struggling, just hold on to that love, because that's what makes good music, that's what makes good creativity, and eventually that's what's going to help you persevere.
All right, anything you guys want to add?
Just, I want to shout out the Dropping Science crew and the Backburner crew. So much talent, you know, just with friends we're working with. I want to shout out Timbuktu's got a new record out, to check that out. Obviously, check out our record, GetExtremitiesmusic.com. The album is Instruments. Check out Fresh Kills' YouTube channel.
All our videos
our videos are up. Shout out to Ambition. Shout out to my man Relic, who me and Relic are working on a record that is some of the best stuff I've ever done. I'm really excited about. And shout out Evil at Dropping Science. And I know I'm forgetting people, but you know.
Yeah, there's lots of people out there. I just want to give a quick shout out to the people, our People 3 Sheet, who we toured with out east, and a new shout out to our new homies, Notes to Self, who we're thoroughly enjoying our time with. And it's been an honor to just, you know, for a couple days be able to kick it with DJ Dopey, who's a world TMC DJ champion. And it's a big honor for me to be able to roll with those guys. And, you know, just a shout out to all the fans who, over the years, who come out to our shows, and those faces that we're beginning to recognize time and time again, because it's those people that keep us coming back, and it's those people that have propped us up in the beginning and have gotten us to where we are. So much love to all those people.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks,
you, man.
You want us to do a shout out for the show or anything? Anything we can do to?
Yeah.
What is it? You're listening to what?
CFRC.
What's the show?
CFRC.
Okay, yeah. So,
Can you just show Roshi's like hollering at me hard right now?
Go. So you're listening to For the People.
Free the People.
You're listening to. Sorry, I've done this too. You listen to Free the People with Casper.
CFRC 101.9.
101.9
FM.
Should have.
You're listening to Free the People, my man Casper, CFRC 101.9
FM.
Oh shit. CFRC. Okay, so we'll do this.
Do it twice.
I'll do it a couple times because I'm gonna forget.
do it twice.
Do you want the visual or just do the audio?
We'll do both.
Okay.
Why not?
Good?
Where's the fun in it?
Hey, this is Fresh Kills of the Extremities, and you're listening to Free the People, my man Casper, Queen's University, CFRC 101.9. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
I did the first time.
Cool. Good job. Good job.
Send me promos too, eh?
Oh no,
Is it? Sent me one.
Okay, good.
And the TI.
Timbuktu?
Yeah, he just sent me one last week.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because those guys, I did that one time before, and everyone was slacking, and I was like, guys, you know, I'm so glad that happened.
Can I snap a pic with you before we?
Yeah, of course.
I got a crazy. Wait, I don't know how to do it. Wait.
To do interviews to just our station.